Hi, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be taking a look at how Real Madrid humbled FC Barcelona in a 4-0 victory away at the Camp Nou for Los Blancos. But before we do get into the video, please make sure to subscribe and also ring that notification bell to not miss a video. We upload on regular weekly tactical videos on FC Barcelona. Thank you very much for watching, and those subscribers, thank you very much. Let's get right into the video.
As always, Barcelona would look to spread their centre-backs on either side of the Stegen in order to create a back three. This is where we saw that Benzema and Vinicius Jr. would push up high in order to be able to put pressure on the centre-backs. But Barcelona looked to counter this by having a double pivot consisting of Sergio Busquets and Sergio Roberto in order to be able to be easy outlets. But we see that Real Madrid actually had Rodrigo going up onto Alejandro Balde, while Valverde and Modric would come up to Sergio Busquets, where Cruz could easily pick up Frank Kessié should the ball be played long to him. That is why many a times the easy outlet for Barcelona would then be to go over to Ronald Araujo. Barcelona did look to get the ball to Ronald Araujo. It was actually Camavinga waiting for a pressing trigger, then he would come up in order to be able to press Ronald. This totally clears out the space to Rafinha, meaning that Kessié was the only option then to receive a pass. But this now had Toni Kroos coming onto the one side. And Modric always moved into the space over here to not be outnumbered by Barcelona. This therefore left the ball either to go back to Sergio Busquets or Ronald Araujo had to look to dribble his man and actually get into midfield and up pitch. And which we have to be honest, it's not really good at. But this is how good Real Madrid's pressing structure was in this game.
When Barcelona at times looked to come out to Ronald Araujo in order to be able to pressure him, we did see when Camavinga was going up high, we did see that Rafinha was also coming back. This now forced Real Madrid in order to have players on this side because they could actually lay the ball off to each other and run in field, thus having the risk of a 2-on-1 against Toni Kroos in this region. This is when we saw that Real Madrid started defending differently. We now saw that Rafinha was now keeping Camavinga high, meaning that Vinny Jr. actually had to come back and defend right here, and thus actually left Benzema all alone up front. We did see that Sergio Roberto actually went deeper as well in the build-up now, meaning that Sergio Busquets was now the only pivot. Modric came onto him, while Valverde was keeping backward, where we saw that Sergio Roberto would now actually come towards the ball in order to have a 1-2 with Alonso or Alejandro Balde in this region right there. We know by now that Real Madrid is basically a team of phases where they play good for certain amounts of time in spaces and slots within the game. And they started cutting off the passing lanes into the middle by defending extremely narrow, because they know Barcelona always wants to have a double pivot while they have Gavi inverting into midfield. That is why they were totally fine when the ball would actually go over to Alejandro Balde. They would clearly have it up with Carvajal trying to press him. And then therefore, if it goes up and Gavi tries to go into the position over here, Real Madrid would simply sift into a back three in order to be able to cover it. That meant that Alejandro Balde had to switch the ball over to Rafinha in order to be effective, which often didn't help. Therefore, Barcelona started sifting over to one side in order to draw the whole Real Madrid side to one side actually, and they did try to actually get the ball over to Rafinha. But Camavinga defended extraordinarily because him and Kroos teamed up against Rafinha, and Ronald Araujo is not really that good in overlapping runs, but he tried his best. This is where Real Madrid outclassed Barcelona in terms of defending and knowing how to defend in certain phases of the game. where Real Madrid dictated the play for most of the time, and they were focusing on being good in transition, which Xavi didn't see and Barcelona didn't see, and they fell for the trap. Because Real Madrid, let's be honest, is a great team in transition, where they could seriously hurt you, and two of their four goals came in transition. Because Barcelona had so much success in the build-up phase, we did see that Vinny actually came up next to Benzema in order to create a front two to be able to put pressure on Barcelona centre-backs. But Gavi actually inverted, and this actually kept Carvajal narrow as well. But the runs of Alejandro Balde was actually being tracked by both Rodrigo and Federico Valverde as well. But Barcelona countered this by having a back three in the build-up phase, with Araujo becoming the third centre-back, so Barcelona would now have a 3-on-2. But Marcos Alonso dribbling forward was pulling Rodrigo into a press, and this actually had Valverde to go over backwards, and this actually freed up Sergio Roberto. But yet again, Barcelona could not capitalize on this. If this was a Frenkie de Jong or a Pedri, Barcelona would easily be able to put the ball in behind or link up with Lewandowski. So quality in the final third definitely went big against Barcelona. This 3-2-5 shape caused a lot of trouble for Real Madrid, or let me say should have at least have caused a lot of trouble for Real Madrid, because now Rodrigo, because Alonso was dribbling, Rodrigo had to go up and press him, and Valverde actually had to cover Sergio Roberto to be able to press effectively. And because Cruz was there, Gavi was now left to roam freely as a number 10 almost. And now because Balde was so far, Carvajal had to cover him. And now the only one left to cover Gavi was actually Eder Militao. Now Barcelona couldn't give the ball to Robert Lewandowski in this region right here. Barcelona kept on struggling to get the ball to him, and Barcelona couldn't do anything because Militao had to come and press Gavi wherever he went, and we couldn't see that, or we didn't have Sergio Roberto, Robert Lewandowski receiving the ball in the region over here, where we could seriously have damaged Real Madrid. And that was basically the story of the game. Because Carvajal was now so wide, the gap between Militao and Carvajal was now so wide, but nobody could run or get the ball in the region over here. That is why most of the game's chances of Barcelona came from this region, but we couldn't capitalize at all. It was truly an extraordinary counter-attacking display by Real Madrid in the second half. But we have to look forward as we still have La Liga to win. But that's all from us today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as I said, please do subscribe to the channel to not miss a video. We upload regularly and we will be uploading more tactical content in the coming weeks. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye.